Hello, I'm Squaddaloo, and today we're going to be going through part 2 of this apparently ongoing series in which I play through my entire Mario Kart Wii distribution in VR, which basically contains all of the Mario Kart tracks through 7, plus some extra ones from 8 and Tour, and some custom tracks. Today we're going to be going through all of the N64 tracks. And let's just get right into it. Starting off, of course, with N64 Luigi Raceway. So Mario Kart 64, I had Super Mario Kart before I had Mario Kart 64, but this was really, I'd say, the first one I liked a lot. By the way, this course is by ZPL and Skipper 93653, although I think it's pretty much just a straight port of the one from Mario Kart 7. But yeah, so I really feel like I was never super into Super Mario Kart, and I just feel like going into 3D really just helped racing games in general a lot, and so naturally, by this being the first 3D Mario Kart, it was obviously just way better, in my opinion. So I have a lot of fond memories of Mario Kart 64, even though really it's not aged very well. What the hell happened to Funky Kong, and why is he only just now starting? But anyways, Luigi Raceway. I feel like this is a very iconic starter track, and not just because it's Mario Kart 64, which is very famous. But the shape of this track, being the two big hairpin turns with the little bend in the middle, it just felt like a lot of racers from that era copied this exact track design, and I don't know if it was just coincidence or they just really liked it. For all I know, there's a real-world track that this is based on that I'm just unaware of. But like, so obviously there's this course that has this design, and then Ancient Lake in Diddy Kong Racing is pretty much this exact design. Again, just a little dressed up. And then I think, as I get nukes to oblivion here, I think like Mickey Speedway USA has this exact design again for the first track. And I want to say there's a couple others. And then, of course, I feel like this design came up a number of times in Mario Kart Double Dash, which we'll get to eventually, because I have a lot to say on that. But it's a very good starter course design, I guess. Just because the wide turns let you practice drifting, even though as a little kid, I literally had no idea drifting was in this game. Because I just knew when playing Mario Kart 64 that sometimes there'd be a weird wind effect that went past you, and I had no idea what that was. And sometimes if I hopped and turned, it would make the funny E's come out the back of the car. And you could spin out if you kept doing it. Oops, I don't know why I'm going into Flower Cup. And it also made the car handle weird, and so I didn't do it. And it really wasn't until, by the way, this is Moo Moo Farm by Yoshi Dude 4 and Ermelber. But basically, I didn't really know that like drifting was a thing until Double Dash was coming out, and I was reading up on it in Nintendo Power. And then I'm like, oh, that's what was going on with the whole E's in Mario Kart 64. Anyways, Moo Moo Farm, I've never been a big fan of this course. Just in general, for whatever reason, in the N64 era, I always just kind of felt like longer courses were better, which is why I actually always preferred Mario Kart 64 to Diddy Kong Racing. Just because the courses were longer, even though in retrospect the courses probably had better designs, or at least more modern designs in Diddy Kong Racing. in terms of being shorter, but being more like action-packed. But yeah, because this course was short, I did not like it as a kid. And I mean, it's still not great. It's basically just an oval with like a couple extra turns. I mean, we're already on the final lap here. Just quick 30-second laps. This particular version of this course is very bumpy. I know there was a fairly recent one released after I made this pack initially. Also, I actually thought I was not dragging an item there, so I was pleasantly surprised that didn't just kill me. But I forgot what I was saying because of me thinking about that POW. But either way, it doesn't really matter because the track's done. So, oh right, I was saying there was basically a newer version of Moo Moo Farm that came out fairly recently. I haven't had a chance to play it. I should probably give it a shot to see if it's any better than this one so I can replace it. But yeah, I mean, I guess that remake's okay for what it is. It's just kind of really bumpy and not in like a fun way, in a this track doesn't have enough geometry way. Anyway, Koopa Troopa Beach. I always liked this course the most. Oh, I forgot that the intro is broken on this course. So you just get like a brief shot of your cart and the race just starts. But either way, this was always my favorite course in the Mushroom Cup in Mario Kart 64. I always feel like, barring one very, very big exception, that the third course in the Mushroom Cup is always kind of where things get real. Like, all of a sudden the tracks, like... Granted, this one isn't the most exciting track in the world. But I still just feel like, for whatever reason, the tracks just feel like they get a little more advanced when you get to the third course in the Mushroom Cup. And this one with, like, its big shortcut and everything. That game's acting really choppy right now, and I don't know if that's coming across in the video. Unusually choppy. But yeah, I believe, yeah, this is based on the 3DS version, which is also what was used for Mario Kart Tour, which, as of this recording, is relevant because a couple days ago they just announced the new Mario Kart 8 DLC, which I am very excited about. Well, maybe not very excited. I think I've said this in the first part, but although the real reason I came back to play Mario Kart Wii and make tracks for it is because it's the easiest game to make tracks for, and I could play it in VR, but really I like Mario Kart 8 the most. To the point where I was actually worried about a Mario Kart 9, because I'm like, you added anti-gravity in the last one, where do you go from there? And I kept saying, you know, that game's great, they should probably just make more tracks for it, and so I'm happy that they also said, fuck it, this game's great, we're just gonna make more tracks for it. Except, they're basically just taking them from Mario Kart Tour. Because Mario Kart Tour course models are already about the same poly count as the Mario Kart 8 tracks, which I'm only familiar with because I was working on adapting one for Mario Kart Wii. But they don't really have textures. They mostly just use what's called vertex colors, which basically means it's just flat colors on the model. It's not really a texture. So they run on mobile, which means the art style had to change to accommodate that, and they're not fixing that, and they bring them into Mario Kart 8, so they all look flat. Anyways, the only reason I brought that all up is that Koopa Troopa Beach is in Mario Kart Tour, which means we're probably likely to see it for Mario Kart 8's DLC. Also, because of that course intro, I have no idea who made that iteration. So, for once, that was not my fault that I couldn't shout them out. It was literally their fault, because the thing went by so fast that I didn't see it. Anyways, Kalimari Desert by Sneaky, I don't know how to say it. This remake is great, better than the 3DS version for exactly one reason, which we will see in about 10 seconds. Actually, I'm just going to look over on the horizon, because I can do that. There they come! Those beautiful tumbleweeds. Look at them go. I literally want to make a course in a Wild West theme just so I could do the same thing with having tumbleweeds you have to dodge, but I love that. I absolutely love it. And I just got murdered because I was not really paying attention. The other thing I kind of think is funny about this track is it's one of those where you could hear the horn back there. You could very easily tell how the sausage was made, so to speak, which is that the train is just it's just the cars from Moonview Highway modified. Oh god, I could see that one coming, and it was just too late for me to dodge it. But yeah, you can hear them honk and drive by, even though they're a train, so that's kind of funny. But again, that's not one of those things that I blame. Oh shit. That's like not one of those things I'm like saying, well, the course creator was bad, because like there isn't anything they can do about it. Oh god, I gotta beat this train! But yeah, it's funny because I just got done kind of saying how I always feel like the third course in the Mushroom Cup is where things start rationing up in intensity, except in Mario Kart 64, I feel like this course is like less intense. I mean, I guess the train is a pain in the ass, but the actual course itself is just kind of boring. I always like the music though; it's very calm. But yeah, I don't know if I really have too much to say about this course, other than I guess it is also in Mario Kart Tour. And so I would also... Oh, this is going to be close. That was genuinely kind of scary in VR. I have no idea if I'm dragging... Shit. How do I look back? I don't remember how I have the controls mapped on this controller. Okay, that was how I look backward. Also, I hear him coming. Okay. Starting to focus on the actual race there because I knew he was getting close. But anyways, this course is also in Mario Kart Tour, so I would not surprise me at all to see it back now in Mario Kart 8, because God knows they have 48 tracks to fill. And as someone pointed out, they could literally port every single track that is currently in Mario Kart Tour in that DLC, and they'd still have about 12 extra... Basically, they could still fill an extra 12 courses after that. Although, technically, two of those are already filled, hypothetically, in that Coconut Mall and Shroom Ridge are not, as of right now, in Mario Kart Tour. Although, given that they are using the same art style as Mario Kart Tour, it would not surprise me if they come to Tour in the future. And also, technically, Sky Garden isn't in Mario Kart Tour yet, but it'll actually be in the next tour, which comes out in a week and a half from this recording. Anyways, that was the Mushroom Cup. Let's move on, of course, to the Flower Cup here with Toad's Turnpike, which this iteration of Toad's Turnpike might technically be the best, including the Mario Kart 8 version, this version by Nintendo Yoshi, because it's basically the Mario Kart 8 version, but they very smartly basically eliminated the shoulder, and that's kind of my problem with the Mario Kart 8 version, is it removed the teeth, so to speak, from this course, in that it's Mario Kart 8, this course is just piss easy and boring, because you can basically just drive on the shoulder, because it's wide enough. This version, I feel like I have to dodge traffic again, which is good! It's really great! And as me being terrified may have just signaled, these traffic courses work phenomenally in VR because they're very terrifying on one hand, but on the other hand, they're also almost slightly easier because you can see around corners and you have better depth perception on the gaps. Like, I have a better sense of which gaps I can fit through and exactly how. Like that little maneuver I just made back there to go between that car and the shoulder. I felt very comfortable making in VR because I could just tell based on depth perception that I was going to have no problem squeezing through there. And also I can look ahead on the corners here, so I have a better sense of what's coming. This one might be a little risky. Ooh, okay. This one's... No, yeah, I was going to say that one's not going to go well. We're still ahead. But anyways, so yeah, the fact that this course is narrower again, and I feel like I have to confront the traffic, brings back some of the memories of Mario Kart 64's version of this course that Mario Kart 8 really neutered. In general, I really like what Mario Kart 8 did with all of its courses, but this is one where I kind of feel like they basically botched it. And yeah. But overall, very fun iteration of this course. It's still just figure eights. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. And there's definitely better traffic courses to come. But that is a very good iteration of that course. And it also doesn't drag on forever like it did on the N64. Frappe Snowland. This is another... Actually, all three of these remakes in this... Actually, I think they're all by Nintendo Yoshi, and I didn't even realize that until now. All three of these, very great remakes of these. Of the three courses that could be remade and that weren't already remade by Nintendo in the base game. This one seems basically to be based on the Mario Kart Tour iteration, Frappe Snowland, which I think it goes without saying, based on everything I keep saying. Probably in the DLC coming up. The next course definitely is, because it's confirmed for the first pack. But anyways, I really like how this course looks in Mario Kart Tour. I also like this iteration, because actually that cafe is not in Mario Kart Tour. It was added by Nintendo Yoshi so that Frappe Snowland would actually have some relation to Frappe. Or like coffee drinks. I might actually be saying that wrong, but I don't drink coffee. Which is a very nice touch. I like that. But yeah, basically the only difference between this version and the Mario Kart Tour version is that the ramp in the snow to the right, just before the cliff section near the end, is a glider ramp in Mario Kart Tour. And here it's just a normal trick ramp. And I don't think that ramp over there is a glider ramp in Mario Kart Tour. But yeah. Would not surprise me if we see this back in the DLC. I wonder if I could... Can I drive it? Next time I might just purposely go out of the way so I can try and read that board a little better. But I also want to win the race, so... Also, my camera's a little lower now all of a sudden, so I feel like I'm sitting a lot lower in the cart. Sit up a bit and see if I can fix that without having to adjust it. Also, I'm tired of dragons, so I might as well just hit the button. I will say that I've only just now noticed the background of this course. I don't know why it has, like, pyramids and towers. And I also don't know if they made that up or if that's in Mario Kart Tour. So I, like, need to go back and watch a video of that. Because I don't know what the hell's up with that. Let me just quickly here. Let's see what they got. Looks like there's a Princess Peach thing on the board. Okay, I couldn't read it very much. Let's keep racing. That's gonna cost me the race, isn't it? Stopping to read that sign. Let's see if we can make the comeback here. Let me try and get a draft. Nope. Sorry, Baby Peach, you took too terrible of a line to even draft off of. Alright, I think we're still going to win it. But yeah, very, very nice remake. Very beautiful. I guess my only complaint, now that I just saw that Yoshi back there, it made me realize I don't like that I can see the textures on Mario. It doesn't really make it look like it's like a snow sculpture. It makes it very obviously look like it's just the character model edited. And I'm only bringing that up because the Yoshi does not have that problem. Anyways, next up, Choco Mountain. Once again, I believe by Nintendo Yoshi. No, this one's by Taco Doc. Josh, I was wrong. Definitely based on the Mario Kart Tour iteration, which I feel like massively improved this track. For starters, in case you haven't played Mario Kart Tour, you have this nice cliff here off to the left at the beginning. Oh, and my frame rate. I don't know what's going on, but my frame rate is not happy about this. Anyways, so yeah, you have that cliff, and then you have these caverns here to replace the middle section of the track, which I always thought was just kind of bland. And then in Mario Kart Tour, this is a glider ramp, but now it's just a regular ramp onto a broken bridge. But overall, very nice remake of this. I'm not sure if this iteration added those chocolate bars, because I don't remember them from Mario Kart Tour. But I like them because it actually makes Choco Mountain have more of a Choco feeling. But yeah, solid race. I don't have a ton to say beyond that. Actually, really, this is kind of just flawless. Basically exactly what you'd want out of an iteration of this in Mario Kart Wii. Whoa! Wasn't sure I was gonna make that. Of course, I think DS. It's been a long time since I played Mario Kart DS. Actually, never mind that thought, because I just thought of something better to talk about. So one thing I always thought was funny is, before this DLC was announced, I saw quite a few people talking about retro tracks for Mario Kart 9. Also, Baby Peach is just getting lit up. Jesus Christ. And they're talking about, like, what retro track should come back for Mario Kart 9. And everyone was like, they shouldn't bring back, like, this course or other courses, because they were already brought back for Mario Kart DS. And then I kind of did the math, and I realized that this game, or Mario Kart 64, when Mario Kart DS came out in 2005, I think. Mario Kart 64 came out in 1997 in the US, and I think 96 in Japan, but we'll say 97. So Mario Kart 64 was 8 when Mario Kart DS came out and remade its tracks. Mario Kart DS is, what? 17 years? It's going to be 17 years old this year. I think that's right. Yes. 2005. Yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is, it's not like, oh, they were just remade for Mario Kart DS. They should have been remade twice over since then, if they were getting remade every 8 years. Anyways, very nice remake of Choco Mountain. Mario Raceway. Obviously, this is a vanilla track. But I should note again that I am using an AI upscale texture pack that I made, which really is only applying to the characters for most of these tracks. But for the vanilla tracks, it applies to the tracks themselves. And I feel like this track benefits nicely from it, with all of its signs, and the grass really pops a lot more now. I think I have I have a video that has a download link. I technically have made an updated version since I released it, but I just haven't got around to uploading it because it's huge. And I don't want to sit through the long download, or upload. But yeah, I feel like it makes these tracks just pop a little bit more. Basically what I did is I just took all the base textures of the game and just ran them through some AI upscaling. I did manually go back and edit a couple, most notably Luma's eyes, which, where are you, little buddy? Luma's eyes, you can kind of see it. Much more round and defined. They're kind of just really dead looking in base Mario Kart Wii. But yeah, that was one thing that always bothered me in Mario Kart Wii. Even in 480p image on a CRT, which is what I was playing when this game came out, those eyes really stuck out as being just dead and terrible. But yeah, overall, I was actually pleasantly surprised by how well this AI upscale project went, because I really wanted a sort of HD texture pack for this game if I was going to be playing it in VR. But I wanted to use all the original textures, because I feel like every time I see an HD texture pack for this game, it heavily alters the way it looks, because they basically are just like, well, we need to update the grass. Here's a grass texture, and it's not the original grass texture, so it just looks wrong. Or, like, they update all the fonts and everything, and I really just want the same game, but looking a little nicer. Anyways, I should probably talk about Mario Raceway now that the damn course is almost over. Once again, I didn't like... Jesus, I really fucked that up. Well, it's bound to lose some of these races, I guess. But anyways, as I said earlier, as a kid, I never really liked short courses, and this was a short course, so it was one of my least favorites. I'd say overall it's just kind of not very memorable. I like it more in Mario Kart Wii than I liked it in Mario Kart 64. But I just feel like it gets so outclassed by Royal Raceway that I kind of just forget it exists. Speaking of Royal Raceway, I think... No, that's... No, Wario Stadium's next, isn't it? Struggling to remember the order of some of these courses. Yeah, Wario Stadium. Yeah, so Wario Stadium and Royal Raceway were definitely my two favorite. This one made by Zilly. Definitely my two favorite courses in Mario Kart 64 when the game came out. Although Wario Stadium is long and obviously has the glaring fault in the N64 of the jump where if you were lightninged and fell, you were basically just fucked because you had to re-race a good chunk of the course again. But yeah, this iteration, pretty nice. This is one of those tracks that actually I feel works better in Mario Kart Wii because it has a... Like, this remix doesn't change a ton about this course and adds a couple half-pipe sections. But just by virtue of having a trick system, this course just makes so much more sense now. And I feel like the same is true of DS Wario Stadium. Oh, you're right, they changed this long straightaway to be these boosters, which makes it a lot more exciting than it would be otherwise. I will say that this course is one of the... Actually, I think it's probably the only one in this whole pack that I manually went in and edited myself to be only 2 laps as opposed to 3. Because I kind of just... I felt like it was just slightly longer than I wanted it to be at 3 laps. Because I feel like generally the sweet spot for Mario Kart races is about 2 minutes and 40 seconds on 150cc. About 220 to 240, we'll say. And this puts it nicely in that range, being 2 laps. Although, I'm saying that now, but for some reason this exact race right now, I'm thinking, this feels short. So maybe I made a mistake, but probably not going to go bother and go back and change it for now. But yeah, solid remake of this course. It doesn't do a ton, sort of evens out the boring sections. Of course, this is the one track that has never been remade by Nintendo. for Mario Kart 64. Probably because I don't think they would know what to do with it. Because I feel like you'd have to make it a segmented race if you don't make it 2 laps. Because honestly, it would probably be better at that than Rainbow Road was. Jesus, we're really getting lit up here at the very end. Because it has a lot more turns at least, and so like you can justify the 3 segments if you make it just 1 lap. Whereas Rainbow Road just does not have enough turns to justify it, and so it kind of just comes across as really bland in Mario Kart 8 to me. Anyways, speaking of bland and not having enough turns, Sherbet Land. This course is boring. Also, I don't know if you're getting the jittering frame rate that I'm getting right now, but this frame rate's really sucky. I should say one of my... Actually, I thought I fixed that, but apparently I did not. One problem I have with my AI upscaled pack is a lot of transparent textures kind of got fucked up by the AI upscaler. And that water is one of them. It's not really supposed to look like that. And I thought I deleted it from the pack because it was very distracting to me, but apparently I did not, because it definitely does not look right now. Also, I swear to God, I don't think I noticed until maybe a month ago that there was even a ramp on the right path in the last straightaway back there. And I don't think I noticed until literally right now that there are boosters on the outside turns in this track, of that part of the track. Kind of just goes to show you that basically I was just like, well, why wouldn't I take the inside of every turn? And then never looked back for any alternate routes on this track. Probably because I don't want to spend... I don't want to spend more time on this track than I have to, because it's just not my favorite. I didn't even like this track as a kid. In N64, I always felt like this was like the crappy track in the Star Cup. Especially, and it really doesn't help that it's between my 2 favorite tracks in the game. Yeah. You laughing now, Donkey Kong. But you're about to meet your doom. Except I fucked that up. So long, sucker! But yeah. This track does make me realize, though, I guess I didn't really think about it too much until recently, how much of Mario Kart 64 is kind of... It's kind of like Star Fox 64, where it's the SNES game again, but it's not the same game. Like, a lot of their track ideas, like, this is Vanilla Lake 2 again. It's a giant frozen lake with a break in the middle. Like, our haunted track is a haunted boardwalk, just like in the Super Nintendo version. There's a chocolate track, just like the Super Nintendo version. Only the mountains that were in the background are now mountains that you race on. Guess there's really no Donut Plains equivalent. Unless you count like Moo Moo Farm. But basically there's a lot of... This has it's sort of a pseudo remake of Super Mario Kart in some ways. Instead of like just doing its own thing. Which, I mean, it does its own thing too. But a lot of these tracks are kind of repeats of the same ideas. Royal Raceway. Hot damn, this course is good. This is one of those, I kind of talked about this in the first part, but it definitely applies for this course too. There's just something as a kid I loved about just a course having a giant jump in the middle of it. And this course, as a kid, is like perfectly designed for that. Because like the entire first half of the course is like normal turns, like a circuit. but it just feels like it's building to that jump. Like, this is all just kind of fluff. We need to have turns. But then always about this point, as a kid, I'd think like, oh man, it's coming. It's coming up. And then you turn, and it's just a bunch of boosters, and you just see that jump, and you're ready to go flying off the end, and get the big poomp sound effect. I don't know why it's poomp, because that's not anything. But it says poomp. And yeah, it was just the coolest. But I will say, obviously the thing that everyone always remembers about this course in the N64 version is the fact that you could drive up to the castle. And I've never seen too many people complain about it in Mario Kart 8, but I'm sure somebody has. But I also realize why Nintendo did it, because I'm pretty sure the first time I ever played this course as a kid, I just drove straight into the castle thinking that was where I was supposed to go. Like, even though the road turns to the left, you are looking at the road to the castle as soon as you get off that jump. It just feels like you're supposed to go straight. And so I'm pretty sure I just lost every goddamn race I had on this course for a long time. Also, that turn back there, like, there's the left turn in front of the castle, and then there's a little right bend, and then there's a left turn. That turn, I swear to God, it is the hardest turn in the entire game in the original Mario Kart 64. I almost always fell off the right side of it. Especially since I didn't know how to drift. So I've not really been paying attention to the actual results of this race, so I've not been taking some super great lines. But yeah, this is a pretty good iteration of this. Obviously, based on the Mario Kart 8 version. There's definitely a lot of visual issues, though. Not just because I'm in VR. There's just something about it that just feels like it could do better. Is that guy gonna rate? Whoever's got that thundercloud, are they gonna win because they have the thundercloud? I don't know if I've ever seen that, but they did not. I was kind of rooting for him, not gonna lie. But yeah, I feel like some of these textures are like really, really flat. This course could benefit a lot from vertex colors. Just really make a lot of these walls pop. But other than that, I mean, it's a fine remake of this course. It's better than any other iteration we had before this version came out. But yeah, Royal Raceway, absolute classic course. It's funny because I kept saying I really liked Mario Kart 64, but now that I'm seeing some of these courses, I just keep remembering there's like at least 1/4 of these courses that I just did not like as a kid, and this was one of them. And honestly, I still don't really like it. I don't think it's bad, I just don't really care for it. It just feels bland to me. Just a lot of 90-degree turns. The music's like... I'm sure a lot of people probably love this music because it's atmospheric, but I just don't like atmospheric music. I like music that is a melody. So just... oh, just does nothing for me. But yeah, this course was hell as a kid. Especially this turn going into this bridge. I swear to God, it was just... I feel like I just drove off the right side of that bridge every time into the lava. Anyways, once again, we got a few AI upscale textures here. Doesn't really do much. It does change the color of the lava, which I should probably fix. Makes it a lot redder, as opposed to kind of being orange. But yeah, I also always thought this part was weird because like these spires on these like castle things look nothing like the rest of the castle. I don't know. Also, I never really noticed how weird the geometry is in that bridge where you kind of just randomly flip up like I just did. I do like that they replaced all the thwomps with... Oh, Jesus. I was expecting it to go right. I was thinking of the first lap. Because I don't know what the... I guess it's probably because they didn't want to draw all the spikes on the thwomps in the N64 era. But the fucking Mario 64 thwomps that they used for all of the N64 era, are just the ugliest goddamn things. I hate them. I always hated them as a kid, and I always wanted them to bring the original thwomps back. And I was so happy in Mario Kart Double Dash, because I'm pretty sure it was the first game I had played since they switched the thwomps to the blue ones, where they finally switched them back to the classic design. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but I always just hated the stupid blue block ones. Although I will say, I wish that they, on this version of this course, I feel like there's not enough laughing from these thwomps. I always like the thwomps laughing like an asshole in this course. This is the one thing I liked about it, and it's gone. Granted, I still like this version better than the original, just because it works a lot better with the inside drift bikes. Actually, I don't even know the last time I played this course with a normal kart. But yeah, not a ton to say about this one. Never been the biggest fan. I suppose it benefits a little bit from being in VR, because I can look around the 90 degree turns independently of like my kart direction. Kind of like this. I guess it doesn't really come across in the video as much, but I should probably explain it now that we're God knows how many courses into this. So I know this doesn't really come across how this is working in VR. Obviously everything's in 3D, so if I move my head over, and I can move my head away from the thing, but basically the UI, whenever you see the UI, that is always my forward. So anytime you see it drifting to the left, that is me looking right. Anytime you see it drifting right, that's me looking left. But yeah. So that's sort of your indication of where I'm actually looking at any given moment. Because I know VR never really comes across well in flat videos. In fact, one would argue there's no really point to me making these videos because of that, but I honestly am just using it as an excuse to play this game. But anyways, Special Cup, N64. I honestly kind of can't believe we're already almost at the end of the N64 courses, but we are. DK's Jungle Parkway. This is a course I kind of liked as a kid, and I don't really care much for now, because it's kind of just... I feel like it's a lot of meandering through the jungle and not a lot happening. And also, I know I was kind of talking about the big jump in Royal Raceway, and I never really thought much of this course also having a big jump. And I think it's just because it's not paced well, because like you just get it out of the way immediately. And then it's just, like, that's the most exciting portion of the course until the end, and now the course just does nothing. And I will say, I honestly didn't even notice until I played in VR and it became super obvious. Why is the off-road on this course, like, so freaking high? Like, it's taller than my head right now. I have to look up just to see the, like, where the grass is. I don't know, it just makes this course harder to play, because if you try and, like, use a mushroom to cut a corner... Jesus, I am just shitting up a storm on this course. If you're trying to use a mushroom and get up a slope, you're just fucked. Yay! That was fun. Like... Alright, that was a pretty successful start, I'd say. I also always feel like coming off that... Fuck you, Bowser. I wanted that. Also, I feel like my turns just aren't as good all of a sudden. Maybe this course is a little bit of a slipperiness I never really noticed until right now. Also, holy shit, Baby Peach. Lay off. Oh my god, that was the most effective throw I've ever seen an AI make in this game. Also, okay. I feel like everyone's just activated super hard mode on this course. What the fuck is going on? What is this, Mario Kart Tour? Normally I don't see this, only see this kind of shit in that game. Where the AI just rips you limb from limb. And it also doesn't help them just driving into the wall. But yeah, landing from this I always feel like is just awkward in this course. I don't remember it being awkward in the N64, but it probably was. This course definitely has slippery to it, doesn't it? I just feel like I'm sliding all over the road right now. Yeah, it does. Wow. Go me. I only noticed that in fucking 2022. And the game came out, what? Fucking 14 years ago? Please don't throw that backward. Oh, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna fucking end you. Thank God throwing shells backward in this game is like really slow and awkward. Because that, in any other Mario Kart after this, would have just wrecked me. Yeah, that course is... yeah, it's fine. I guess. Yoshi Valley. Maybe I'm just insane, but maybe the one person who's watching the video up to this point can answer me. In the original Yoshi Valley, was the fastest route different than it is in Mario Kart 8? Because I'll take both routes I'm going to talk about here. First of all, this remake actually adds dirt to this bridge, so you can't just take it like you can in Mario Kart 8. But yeah, obviously that is the fastest route in Mario Kart 8. By a long shot. Going any other route is pretty much just a waste of goddamn time. And so in the next lap, I'll take the route that I always took on Yoshi Valley as a kid, which I always felt like was the fastest route. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But yeah. I was gonna say, I just realized I didn't shout out the creators of the last two courses, and I realized the creators of the last two courses are freaking Nintendo, so it didn't really matter. This one's made by ZPL. But yeah, so as a kid I went this way, down here, and then there was a rope bridge here instead of a cave, and this wraps around to the left. So that was always the route that I took as a kid, and I always thought that was the fastest. I could just be completely wrong on that, because that narrow bridge was really narrow. That is the fastest route in Mario Kart 8. So that probably was the fastest route all along, but I just felt like they were more balanced in the original. There's a Mario Kart 8, it feels like you're a goddamn idiot if you don't just take the bridge. I will say, I guess I'm going to do a little bit of bug. I don't know if I need to report a bug somewhere or what, but this course does have a huge flaw, this specific iteration, which is if you fall on this jump right here, you respawn right in front of it without enough speed to get over it. And the AI, if the AI falls there, they'll just get stuck. They like never move again because they just keep falling directly into the pit. Like, I think the one time I went that way and actually fell, I literally had to like fucking back up to get enough speed to keep going. And actually there's another custom course which is very popular, Vile Isle, which I actually had the same problem with, which is making me realize I should probably report that somewhere. I mean, it's a very easy mistake to make in these custom courses. That's why generally I always... if I'm trying to put respawn points, I found out the hard way that I really need to give some room if I'm going to make a non-boosted jump that is mandatory. Or just make the goddamn thing boosted. See, look, the AI just fell there. Now they're going to be fucked. Watch. Whoop! Oh, they're dead. Whoa, no. Try it again. Go ahead and try it again, Rosalina. Whoa! Oh no, there they go again. So sad. But yeah, perfect example of what I was talking about. Banshee Boardwalk. This is a course inversely to literally everything else that I keep saying on here. This iteration made by Zilla. I don't know what the hell that glowy thing is in the top left. I don't think I've even noticed that even when playing this in VR before. But anyways, this is the course that as a kid I hated. And then it came to Mario Kart DS. And I'm like, actually, this course is alright. And then when I replay Mario Kart 64, I'm like, yeah, this course is alright. And I think it's just because it's one of those things where you just kind of suck as a kid. And you don't realize you suck at playing video games until you play as an adult and you're just like, Jesus, why did I ever have problems with this? And specifically, that applies to this turn right here, which I think I can probably count on one hand. That little S-bend there. The number of times I actually successfully made that little bend as a kid in Mario Kart 64. And I don't know why, because playing as an adult, it's very easy. And I also exclusively played in 50cc as a kid. So I was going slow, and I somehow still fucked that S-bend up every single time. But yeah, no, this course is alright. I don't know. Is it the best? No. But it's just perfectly fine for what it is, as far as Mario Kart 64 standards go. Also, my frame rate just got real choppy again, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I should note that I hope my voice has not been digitizing or anything, because I'm actually playing this remotely. I should probably bring that up once per episode near the beginning. I am on an Oculus Quest 2, playing this in Dolphin VR. And I am using the virtual desktop application rather than the official Oculus link to my PC, because I just find Dolphin VR runs better with that. But yeah, the PC that this is running on and recording on is actually in the basement from where I am right now in my living room upstairs. Also, I thought I was dragging an item, so I'm very glad I just checked and found out that I was not. So yeah, if my voice suddenly like drops out or something weird happens, which is what I suspect is going on with the frame rate, it's entirely possible that my headset is like temporarily losing connection to the PC, and that's why weird shit keeps happening. But I guess I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just an old man now, but I'm just marveled by technology that lets me play a goddamn VR game in a different room of my house. Especially since latency in VR is a massive, massive, massive problem, which is way worse. It would be way worse than having latency on a TV. So the fact that this runs at all with basically zero latency in VR is just stunning to me. Like, I genuinely like forget that this is not in the same room. This PC is not in the same room for where I am right now. Streaming, it's crazy. Anyways, that was it for that course. Solid remake of that. Not the most ambitious remake, but not all necessarily need to be, I guess. Anyways, one of the reasons that I've held off on making this video for a while is this version of Rainbow Road, which I knew was coming down the pipeline because I saw it teased on a couple of Discord servers, and I wanted to wait to make this video until I could put it in my pack when it was done. So we have Rainbow Road here by CP Fusion, which is pretty much just the version from Mario Kart 8 with a few bells and whistles. The one thing that it has over the version from Mario Kart 8, though, is that it is 2 laps, so it is not ridiculously short and stupid. Because I don't really like the version of Mario Kart 8. And it being 1 lap is just kind of awkwardly short. I've also... Actually, I should say, for any of these courses from the Star Cup on, I haven't played a lot of these in VR, except for the official Nintendo ones, because I played through all Mario Kart Wii in VR. But this is my first time playing this one in VR, and I'm happy, because sometimes these courses have glitches that only appear in Dolphin VR, and it doesn't look like this one does. My one problem with this course is the fact that this helix here is to the right. And I know it's that way in Mario Kart 8. That's because Mario Kart 8 like makes it a vertical loop. And this version has no reason to do that. I don't know why that bothers me, it does. I think particularly because this course is so iconic. But it's also dumb because I'm complaining about that, but I'm not complaining about these turns going to the right and the left that literally didn't even exist in the original version. The original Mario Kart 64 version, which were added for 8, partially so that these final few turns would make a perfect 8 on the minimap, but also to add at least some spiciness to this course, because it's otherwise just super bland and boring. I should say, now that we're approaching the final lap here, also I completely thought that I was dragging bananas still. So, Rainbow Road. N64 Rainbow Road. It obviously sucks by modern standards, because it's just really long, and there just is not a lot going on in it. And there's, in the original version I'm talking about specifically, and there's fences everywhere, and it's like 5 minutes long. But as I said earlier, just as a kid, I just thought that courses being longer were automatically better, so I fucking loved Rainbow Road. And so then you have to ask yourself, well, I mean, the target audience of this game was fucking kids. And me as a kid loved long things, so maybe they just knew that kids back then loved just really long courses. I'm gonna go for this just to spice things up. I should not have gone for that to spice things up. I know you can make that without a mushroom, because I absolutely have in the normal game. So basically what I'm saying is, was the original version, like, designed correctly then? For, like, kids of the time? Did they know that kids of the time liked long courses? Or maybe that was just me? I don't know. Also, the item pathing could probably use some fixes there, because there's no reason that shell should have just gone off that cliff. Oh, baby. This is gonna be close! Drag race! Yes! Fuck you, blue shell. It's already over. I win. So I think I lost. I guess it's gonna be a tradition on here that I lose one course per race. And it was because I fucking choked it trying to do the whole trick off the pipe in Wario Raceway. But yeah. That's already all the 64 courses. Jesus, that goes fast when you're just constantly talking. I feel bad that I didn't really get any good mushrooms or anything, so I could take some of these side shortcuts. Obviously, we have that cannon back there. The shortcut up here is technically shroomless, but it's kind of tricky. And then there's another shortcut near the end that requires a mushroom. But yeah, that is all Mario Kart 64 in Mario Kart Wii in VR. I should probably include a link to the pack that I'm using, which is of my own design. I'm also not sure if there's any interest in a new tutorial for setting this up in VR, because I know all the ones that are floating out there, including my own, are kind of outdated now. Because the settings that I've used, I've found that... I'm sorry, I'm very distracted, because I just now noticed, looking down, that there's literally 2 trees over there in the exact same spot. So there's literally been a fucking visual glitch on this goddamn course for 14 years that I've never noticed until right now. But yeah, I don't know if anyone would want a new tutorial on how to set this up in VR, if there's any interest in that. There's a lot of ones out there, but they're kind of wrong because they don't make the game 3D, they just make it like a 360 video. And there's some settings you can do to make it 3D. I made a tutorial on that, but I also said to use a lot of settings which I now consider wrong because they made the game perform terribly, especially with custom textures. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see that. Like or subscribe, because nothing says I want to subscribe more than me using this YouTube channel as a dumping ground for just random shit. Don't subscribe to this channel. There's no fucking reason to subscribe to my channel. And on that note, have a good night. maybe, who knows? Soon, maybe we'll see some Super Circuit courses in VR. Get the rest of the Mode 7 courses out of the way, although some of those are a lot fancier, including Sky Garden. I heard the guy who made that one put a lot of effort into it. It's me. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time, maybe.